Hey, Tristan here. Today we're going to go over integrating QuickBooks with RepairDesk. This is a super neat feature that allows you to sync things like invoices, transactions, or inventory cost data between QuickBooks and RepairDesk. You want to make sure that you're on QuickBooks Online, and you want to make sure that you're on the Plus or the Advanced plan for this to work. Let's go ahead and configure it. We'll start by hovering over these 9 dots on the top right and then selecting Store Settings. On the left, we'll select Integrations, and we'll go to the Accounting tab at the top. We'll find the QuickBooks integration and we'll select Connect. Once you're here in the top right, you'll click Connect. You'll sign in using your Intuit email address, password, and two-factor authentication. If this is your first time doing it, then you'll need to grant QuickBooks access to your RepairDesk account. The first thing that you'll want to do here is view this summary module. So you'll want to verify the company name, the email address, and the region that the account is associated with to make sure that you signed in to the correct Intuit account. Double check that before moving forward. Now we'll move over to the Account Configurations tab. Now we'll configure the QuickBooks integration within RepairDesk. One of the most important pieces of the QuickBooks integration is going to be how we map RepairDesk data to QuickBooks, specifically as it pertains to the QuickBooks chart of accounts. I'll give you an example. The inventory assets in RepairDesk are by default paired to the inventory asset account in QuickBooks. If we needed to change that account, we could by just dropping down the listing and selecting a different one. Purchases, things that we buy from customers or vendors, are automatically paired to the cost of goods sold account. Let's say that I didn't want all purchases just to go to one account. Let's say that I wanted individual product categories to go to different accounts. You could do that by mapping by product category. Sales will by default go to the sales account. If you wanted to change that, you could. You could decide whether or not QuickBooks should see your refund invoices that are in RepairDesk. You can map each of those refund invoices by product category as well. This next feature is neat. The automated sales tax feature within QuickBooks says that we should calculate sales tax based on the region of the invoice. So if you're having to get different tax rates for different regions because you're selling in different states or different countries, then that's what this tool is for. And QuickBooks will automatically calculate that sales tax for you. The next thing that we'll do is we'll tell QuickBooks which sales tax account we want RepairDesk sales tax data to report to. We'll select this one. Then you can decide if you want goods received notes to prompt an inventory sync between QuickBooks and RepairDesk. You can decide if you want purchase orders to show up in QuickBooks the same way that they do in RepairDesk. The same thing with bill syncing, and if we wanted to select a tax class for those things, we could. Next, we'll map our payment methods. RepairDesk payment methods will be listed on the left. QuickBooks payment methods will be listed on the right. So we'll pair cash to the cash payment method in QuickBooks, and we'll pair my offline credit card payment method to the credit card payment method in QuickBooks. And we'll click Save Configuration. Now let's create some invoices and then see what that looks like from a QuickBooks perspective. One of the best pieces about this integration is that invoices, paid or unpaid, are going to sync in real time. So let's say that Tristan comes in and he buys 4 iPhone 7 cases. Let's go ahead and pay for that transaction in full, and let's say that he pays in cash. We're also going to create an invoice that's going to be marked as unpaid. So let's say that Tristan comes in and he wants an iPhone 15 Plus. Go ahead and save that. And now we have an invoice that's been created that is marked as due. There's no payment reflected on it, and it still has a balance of $1,193.40. Now let's take a look at what that looks like from a QuickBooks perspective. If I'm in QuickBooks and I go to view my invoices, we can see that those invoices were immediately reflected. Here we've got the invoice for the phone cases that was immediately synced, and then here we've got the invoice for the iPhone 15 Plus, again, immediately synced. One of them shows that it was paid, the other one does not. Let's take a look at what happens if we edit this invoice. Let's say that Tristan no longer wants an iPhone 15 Plus. Let's say that Tristan instead has decided I don't want the iPhone 15 Plus. Instead, I just want 15 more of those iPhone 7 cases. We'll click Save. We'll refresh these invoices. And you can see that that invoice, again, was sunk in real time. Just as it was in RepairDesk is how it looks in QuickBooks. We can view all of our customers in QuickBooks the same way that we can view them in RepairDesk. You can see that Tristan is listed as a customer, and I can see his transaction history right here. Invoices and transactions are going to be sent as well. We can look at our chart of accounts, and we can see that those pairings that we did are already reflected. That chart of accounts is already showing data. We can also monitor our purchase orders in QuickBooks. We can go to inventory and then purchase orders. And here we can see purchase orders that have been created, both received and not received in QuickBooks, and the cost that was associated with them. That's the QuickBooks integration in RepairDesk.